Say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule that great millstone. And a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity in truth. Shalom. Come and listen to edify the house of David, the 144,000, the one-third, men, women, and children. Confusion of face Israel that scattered among the heathen nation. You so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans, you are God's chosen people. Right? This lesson is this evening is a quick lesson to edify the younger brothers like myself. You know, brothers who now waking up waking up back to life. You know, coming back to who the natural state, know that they are Hebrew Israelite, right? You are not no Africans. And don't be deceived by these wicked Israelites out there who spraying the spell to keep you sleeping, to keep thinking that you know what, oh, you black, I use African, and is it, you wake up, you are awake, you black, use African. No, you're in a deep sleep, because there's no such thing as a black people, right? You understand? And the name Africa, right, is known as is a name of a general, which is Scipianos Africano, right? So the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel. You understand? Right? I'm gonna make this quick. Right? So let me read this here. This is right. So don't follow these dumb niggas and don't be caught up in the spell, because there's a spell. And I tell you what, these black unconscious, because they're unconscious, they're not conscious. They were set up by the Edomites to keep you Israelite in the sleep. Black represent darkness, represent ignorance. You understand? To keep you in the sleep, right? You are royalty. You are Yasharal. You are the Prince of God, right? There's not no dog. God, these Africans are dogs. There's not none of that. You are royalty, right? This is Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. This is the word of God. Listen to it carefully. Right? But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. A dog is a wicked, despicable person. And these Hamites, they are wicked and despicable. They are do the eating head. You understand? They are our enemy. Read the book of Psalms 83. Right? It said, against man or beast, that he may know that the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, do put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel. So the Most High put a difference between we and the Hamites. Is that it's two different nations. We are not no goddamn Africans. We are the chain of Israel, royalty. We are Yahshua, the Prince of God. Right? Let me get next one. Right? And we have Israelites that still dwelling among these Hamites, because one of the prophecy is that the Most High going to deliver Judah from the four corners of the earth. So Judah going to be coming out to Ethiopia, Judah going to be coming out to Egypt, Judah going to be coming out to Libya, Canaan, Sudan, you name it, Nigeria, you name it, right? Israelites going to be coming out of these, elects going to be coming out from among these heathen, and also Israel going to be being put to death among these heathens too, with these heathens. You understand? So don't get me wrong, we have Israelites that still living among these Hamites, because we were scattered among all nations. But the Most High put a difference between the children of Israel and the Hamites, right? Just want to get over clear, right? Because we have a lot of Israelites that dwell among these Hamites. You understand? We have a brother in South Africa right now doing the works of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You have another brother from Mozambique. In Mozambique. I think there's some part in South Africa, if I'm correct. You understand? I got a brother messaging me, I think it was a couple months back, from West Africa. You understand? Know that he's an Israelite. So we understand that Israel was scattered among all these heathens, right? Right? let me get it. See, um, this is Exodus chapter 12, verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord Yahweh smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, unto and all the firstborn of cattle. Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great crying in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. So Pharaoh rose up that night with all his servants, and here what Pharaoh say. Pharaoh is the king of Egypt. Here what Pharaoh say. And this is when the children of Israel was serving as slave in Egypt, right? Verse 31. And he, Pharaoh, and he called for Moses and Aaron, two Israelites from the tribe of Levi, right, by night, and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people. Get you forth from among my people. There's a difference between we and the Hamites, right? Both he and the children of Israel. You understand? And go serve the Lord Yahweh as he had said. So this is a difference between the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, you so-called West Indians, and you so-called Haitians. You are not no goddamn Hamite. You are an Israelite. And if you continue following these idiots, you're going to remain in the spell and you're going to be destroyed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because he didn't call you no Hamite. He didn't tell you, the Most High didn't say you black. The Most High say you are the sons of Israel. Yasharal, he prince of the power. Right? And like a quote, that we have Israelites that dwell among these Hamites. And among all these heathen nations, James 1:1, right? The children of Israel scatter abroad greetings. And also Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11 and 12. That the Most High is going to put here the second time again to deliver his remnant from all these nations. And he's gonna bring Judah from the four corners of the earth, roughly paraphrasing. You understand? A matter of fact, let me get that. Right? Let me get that. And then I get some other things there. Right? I'll make this short and quick. Right? This is Isaiah. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. His is a possessive pronoun. The Most High people is the children of Israel. Right? The Most High people is the children of Israel. Let me get this here quick. This is one of my favorite precepts too. Alright, Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said the Lord Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Right? This is Isaiah 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. His is a possessive pronoun. Right? He say, which shall be left from Assyria. Right? This is Israel dwelling in Assyria, and from Egypt, because Israel dwelling in Egypt, and from Patros, and from Cush, right, which is Ethiopia, and from Elam, which is in India, right, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set his hand, and he shall set up an ensign for the nation, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, means scatter among these heathens, right? He said, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So we understand that the God children of Israel scatter among all these heathen. So when the Lord see put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel, We are not no goddamn Africans. We are not no Hamites. We are Israelites. Right? You so-called Negroes, you so-called West Indians, and you so-called Asians, you are Israelite. Right? Let me get. Right? This. Select here. Check something. Yeah, this is the book from Babylon to Timbuktu, and this is page 26, and I jump up to page 27. Right? Here it say, right? He said, after the dispersal of mankind at the Tower of Babel, right? And you can find this in Genesis, right? He said, right? He said the black Hamites migrate towards the east. The black Hamites, which today known as the so-called Africans, right? They are Hamites, right? He said the black Hamites migrate towards east, south, southwest, and the west. The black Hamites settled in the land of Canaan. Later on, it was called Israel. The land of Canaan get its name from the youngest son of Ham, who was Canaan, right? Because Canaan come out of Ham, right? Because Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, right? Hey, let me get that quick. A matter of fact, let me get that, right? Because these retards, they keeping the spell out there to keep Israel asleep, to keep Israel naked, keep talking about the black and we's African. There's a spell to keep it asleep. Hey, to you dummies who think you're black and you got woolly hair and you're African, go back to Africa. Hey, sell everything you have and go to Africa. Sell everything you have when you go to Africa. This is Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary, right? And this is page 213. And they say Ham perhaps had the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro. So he's the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro. The Negroes, you so-called North American Negroes, so-called West Indians and Asians, right? He said, but the Egyptian, the Ethiopian, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. So Canaan come out of Ham, right? So back in Babylon to Timbuktu, right? It said the Canaanites were the primordial aborigines of the land of Canaan. He said, we may call them African because of their blood relation to the other inhabitant of the African continent. Ham, the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro, but the Egyptian, the Ethiopian, the Libyans, and the Canaanites, right? Exodus 11:7, the Lord put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel. We are not no Africans. We are the sons of God. We are Yasharallah. He prince of the power, right? It said there were 11 Canaanite tribes living in the land of Canaan and surrounding it before the black Israelites possessed it. So there's a difference. We're not the same people. These Africans are dogs, wicked and despicable people, and we're gonna rule over them, right? We're gonna rule over them. I'll tell you that in the scriptures, right? Let me get this here quick. This is Isaiah. Let me get this here quick. Isaiah 40. Right. This is Isaiah 40. This is Isaiah 45 verse 13. I have raised him up in righteousness, and I will direct all his ways. He shall build my city, and he shall let go my captive, He said, not for a price nor reward, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Verse 14, thus said the Lord Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabines, these are Hamites, these are so-called Africans, right? Men of statures shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. We're going to rule over these heathens, right? Not only the Africans, but all these other heathen nations, right? They shall come after thee in chain. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee, bow down to the true lords, the Hebrew Israelites, right? They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely the power of Yahweh is in thee. There is none else. There is no power, no other power but Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Verse 15, verily thou art a power that hideth thyself, O power of Israel, the Savior. They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them. They shall go to confusion together that are maker of idols, these heathens, right? And as you Jakes who follow them, right? Verse 17, but Israel shall be saved, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, right? Starting with the elect, the house of David, the 144,000, the 1/3 million of children, because the 2/3 are going to die on this side, they can come back through the loins of the elect, right? They can come back as the chain of the elect in the kingdom of heaven. Verse 17, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Right? So the Most High put a difference between these Africans, which known as the Hamites, and the Israelites. Right? And with that, our session was edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at Great Millstone. And a blessed salutation to the Akim, to the folk and the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity. Jude. Shalom.